Hey coaches, Coach McKie here and welcome to my channel. This channel is dedicated to the spread offense. And in today's video, I'm going to go over 3 simple pass plays we use to get our tight end involved in the passing game. Alright coaches, so for this first pass play, what I like to do is I like to put my tight end with his hand down into the boundary. And the reason why I like to do this, especially against a 3-4 defense, is I want him to have more space when he catches the ball because this is our primary receiver we're looking at when we're throwing it. So the first play I want to go over is what we call our shallow cross game, or we just call it shack. And how we tag it is either the F or the Y is going to be running it, and we'll tag it Y shack. And I really like this play against a 3-4 because I have found out that these guys right here really aren't coached up to put their hands on the tight end. They just don't do it. Most of the time their eyes are in the backfield, and it lets this guy right here get a free release. So how we run our shallow series is the same way Coach Richardson runs his, and I will have a card up so you can see his lecture. The L and the R, they are taking mandatory outside release goes straight up the field. They're blowing the top off the coverage. They're trying to get the corner and the safety to bite on them. Okay? And for this, I'll tag it with the Y shack. What that means is the Y is the shallow runner, and he is just running straight down the line. Not like that at all. I can't draw a straight line, but he's running straight down the line, about 3 yards depth, just right through where the defensive line was at. And then the F is running the 10-yard dig. You can have them settle up. I know the real air raid has them settle up. I've never really been good at having these guys settle up, so I just tell them to run the 10-yard dig and go across. Their only rule is if there is someone over them, they have to release outside before they get to their 10 yards, and then they go across. And the reason why you want them to release outside or aim for this outside shoulder is we want to turn this linebacker's hips so he has to run. If you go inside, then his eyes can see the shallow, and that can blow the whole play up. And I've had that happen before. These kids want to get lazy. So in practice, you really got to stress outside release, make this backer or this safety or whoever it is over top of you turn his hips and run with you. And the back is running a swing route to the shallow side. Now, what I tell my quarterback is you're reading areas. You're for color in the grass, just like Richardson says. This is the first color, or the first area you're looking for. So, when the quarterback gets the ball, he's taking a 3-step drop, 1, 2, 3, and he's eyeing this area right here. If this linebacker leaves and there is no color in this area, then on that 3rd step, he is finding the drag and he's just dumping it off to him. If he takes that 3-step drop and he's looking in this area right here and there's some kind of color jersey that is not ours in that area, then once he hits that 3rd step, he's hitching up and he's looking for the dig route. Now, I know you have to be mindful of these guys right here, but I really don't stress it. I just tell them, look, if you're looking in this area, here's the 2nd area. So if there is no color in this area right here, you throw it on that hitch. If when you hitch up and you're looking for the dig and there's a colored jersey in that area, you hitch up again and you throw it to the back. And it's very important that you stress find the back, because you will find when you run this play, if you go back and you have a scramble or a sack and you're just pulling your hair out thinking that these guys right here are just stopping it and you just called a bad play, you'll go back on film and you'll see that the tailback was wide open and all the quarterback had to do was just dump it to him, and he could have gotten at least 20 yards. Okay, coaches, so here is our shack play, or shallow cross, and right now we have tight end into the boundary. As you can see, this is our F, this is our L, and this is our R. So our L and our R are running verticals and they're trying to take the top off the coverage. This, since we tagged it with the Y shack, he is running our shallow and he is running the 10-yard dig. And I just want you to see how wide open it becomes, because again, no one wants to touch this guy. Although he will try to jam him later on once he figures it out, but just look how open it is and how easy it is if you run just this play to get your guy the ball. As you can tell, all that green grass right there, catch it, and then it's just touchdown. Okay, coaches, so the next pass play we like to use to get our tight end involved in the passing game is our stick play. And we run it almost like Coach Richardson again. The only difference is backside. So if I got Y stick going on, backside, instead of having a slant and a hitch, we both have hitches. And the reason why I like to do that, it's an easier throw for my quarterback, and it's easier for me to say, listen, if the linebacker is off of the F about 5 or 6 yards, catch, turn, and throw it. If the corner is off the L 5 or 6 yards, catch, turn, and throw it. That's easier to me. Instead of saying, listen, make sure that he has outside leverage and this guy's not getting in the way, then you can bang in the slant. If not, throw this backside. I don't want my guy to think that much, and I'm not that great of a coach like Coach Richardson is, so I just tag backside with hitches. It stays the same for our quick game. Front side on the Y stick, our R has mandatory outside release, and he knows that. I don't care if this corner has his foot on the sideline, the R will still run out of bounds because we stress he has to run. He has to go in order to make this play work. He is very important on this play. And besides, if he crouches up, then we can bang it in there. But 9 times out of 10, this guy is just running it off, and you just have to stress. Keep running, run outside, make the corner go for you. Our Y now is running 4 steps and turning to the outside. I like it to the outside. Some people 4 steps, plant inside, and then fade. No, I just like to go 4 steps, turn around, look for the ball. The tailback, he is running a shoot route. He is replacing where the R started. And I found that's a good coaching point. If you tell them just to run straight to the sideline, they may run this way, which has happened for us, or they may run backwards. But if you say, hey, listen, take a mental picture. You see where that wide receiver is, okay? You see how he's lined up? Now, when the ball is snapped, I want you to run to that spot and replace him. And I found that works. And the reason why you need to do that is this is the guy we want to stress. And it's a simple 1-2 game. If he flies out to the back, then the quarterback is just taking, since he's in the shotgun, 1 step and he's banging it into the Y. If this linebacker is just sitting here and he jams the Y, then the quarterback's just taking 1 step and throwing it to the tailback. And this is a very good way to get the tailback the ball, first off. But second, if you keep hitting this tailback a couple of times, this cat's going to run with him, and now we have a very big window for our tight end. Alright, coaches, so here's an example of us running our stick play out of a hand down tight end. And even though this play, the ball won't go to the Y, I just wanted you to see what happens when you put the hand down. Look at all this space right here. So this is where the running back is attacking. Now, backside, we got our hitches. The quarterback could have caught, turned, and thrown the ball because you see how much cushion we have right here, but he doesn't do that. Instead, he is reading this guy. This is the guy we are reading. Here is our tight end. And I just want you to see how open it is. So the quarterback catches it. Now, please don't think less of me. He is running the wrong thing. He is running the wrong thing. I think maybe in the beginning we kind of went a key screen and something. I don't know. But look at the front side. Since this guy jams the tight end, that frees the running back up. And all the quarterback does is just get it to him, and that's a 15-yard gain. Alright, coaches, so here's our last play that I like to use to get our tight end the ball, and it's our corner route. And we can tag it as F corner or Y corner, but since we're going with our tight ends, we tag it Y corner. And what we do to make the route simpler for our wide receivers is the backside of our stick play and the backside of our Y corner play is the same routes, which are hitches. And I find that once we tried different combinations, as I said, but we found that when we kept it the same for our quick game, it helps not only the wide receivers but the quarterback. And let's be honest, we want to make it easy for the quarterback as possible. Alright, so that's backside. Front side, we have a slant. 3-step slant. And we kind of make it like the snag route, but I don't like giving this guy the ability to throttle down. I kind of like the old school air raid way, which is you take 3 steps, and then you run a slant. And if you don't get it by the time you're replacing where the Y was, you kind of bend it up a little bit. So if you do get it, it's a touchdown. Our Y is taking 4 steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then he is breaking it to the pylon. Now, where he breaks it to which pylon depends on where we're at on the field. If we are inside the 20, then he is taking his break and he is going to the back of the end zone, to the back pylon. If we are outside of the 20-yard line, then when he makes his break, he is breaking toward the front of the pylon. And yes, I stole that from the air raid, and I found that when you give your quarterback specific landmarks where this guy's going to be, it makes it easier for him if it's open. So if he throws it and he knows that it's open, he goes, okay, we're outside the 20, I'm going to throw it to that front pylon because I know my guy's going to be there. And that also helps with the wide receiver running the route, because now he knows once he plants, he is just looking for that pylon and he has a landmark to go to instead of just planting. And then sometimes you see it, they may round it or they may plant and then take it up. So this keeps the angle consistent, and all I want is consistency with these guys. And then the tailback is running the same exact route as the stick. He is running the shoot. Now the quarterback, the way I teach it is you have 3 different boxes. 1, 2, and 3. And this is the box you're starting with first. So you're taking a 3-step drop, 1, 2, 3. When that 3rd step, or when that right foot plants, if there is no color in that box right there, you throw it. If there is color in that box, you hitch up, and now you're looking at this window or this box for grass. If there is no color, if this linebacker flies out this way and there is no color in that box but ours, you throw it on the hitch. If there's a guy right there, you don't throw it, you hitch up again. Now you look right here. And most of the time, just like in the stick route or the shallow route, this is going to be open right here. Okay, coaches, so I want to show you this play. This is our corner play out of flex, and we don't complete the pass, but I wanted to show you how wide open the Y was, and if my quarterback would have thrown it on time, what an easy completion it could have been. So we have tight end into the boundary. I forget what we're doing backside because we've changed it up so many times before we settled on the hitches, but they're doing something. And we've got our slant, we got our corner, and we got our flare or our shoot route. And I just want you to see how wide open it would be if the quarterback didn't get flushed out of the pocket. So as you can see, no one touches the Y. He's wide open. The quarterback just got flushed. And we'll do it again. So 1, 2, 3. Notice how there is no color in this area where it should be. So the quarterback, if he didn't get flushed, should have thrown the ball right here. And I also wanted to show this to show you that I'm not the greatest coach in the world, and that crap does happen, and we do make bad plays. Alright, coaches, so those are the 3 passing plays that we use to get our tight end involved in the passing game. If you do anything different, please leave me a comment below. I love to read them. I'm trying to get great ideas, and some of y'all have given me phenomenal ideas that I'm going to put in place once we start spring ball. And if you like this, please give a thumbs up and subscribe. I try to put something out every week. And until next week, remember to continue to master the spread, score points, and have fun.